Well, welcome everybody. Happy Monday, and we're just thrilled to get to be together after not being here for 2 weeks now, and really excited because I know today is going to be um, a special Zoom together. We're just delighted to be able to welcome Stacey, our superstar, on our team, extended team, and she, as you guys know, we've been Stacey, we've been for 2 weeks now, watching your Zoom over and over. I know it's been so inspirational for me and such a help to people that I've talked to. So we're just so thrilled to have you with us and to have you share. I know you and I got to talk a little bit, but just share about what's happened in your business since you. I know February has been a huge month for you. I remember saying to Elaine after we watched it the first time, "Wow, that was a bold move." I mean, when you put yourself out there like that I was very impressed. And then when I talked to you, I know you had already brought on several new partners. So we're really anxious to hear what you're doing, and hopefully everybody will have questions. So because we want to do what you're doing.
Yeah, of course. I'm happy to share. Hi, guys. I'd love to see our big team in action. So I'm always honored to be here. Whenever Elaine or Brenda asks, my answer will always be yes, because that's just what we do for each other. I love that you guys were inspired by what I shared. Here's what I know. I think that I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for myself. I think when we go through seasons in our business, we really struggle to let go of other seasons. When I was in that off season, right? So I talked in that recording, I talked about being in 4 seasons: a season of recruiting, a season of building our customer base, a season of developing our team and leading, and then a season of being in our off season. I'm sorry, let me shut this off. Hang on. Go away. Okay. And then we go through our off season, and I was in that off season for a very long time. That off season is when, the way I explain it and the way that, I felt it was when my niece got sick, right? It's like life kind of kicked us in the face. My niece got diagnosed with brain cancer, and it was a battle that she fought for 3 years. She was 6 years old when she was diagnosed, 9 when she passed. So 3 years of fighting that, 2 years of grief and showing up. I was there. I was showing up. I was checking boxes. I was doing calls. I was showing up at conference. I was doing the things, but I wasn't doing the things. I think that in the off season, we kind of let our I say the word excuses. So I want you to know that I'm speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else. But bye, Lisa, thank you. We let excuses kind of take over instead of our actions. I continued to allow myself to think that I was doing the work, and no one wants to join my team. People don't want to work. I just kept making excuses for why things weren't growing, when one of my favorite things ever is one of my son's baseball coaches said, life gets real when you stop pointing your finger and you point the thumb. Instead of pointing the finger, blame, point the thumb. Take ownership. It's one of my favorite quotes, because in that off season, I was constantly pointing the finger. She doesn't want to work. When I pulled away, she pulled away. I was constantly pointing my finger at why business wasn't the same, instead of pointing my thumb and taking ownership of my actions and my responsibilities and that I want to lead. Does that make sense? Do you guys understand what I'm saying there? And I think when I was in that off season, and I was there for a very long time, it is easy to hide there. It is easy to stay there. You show up, you're kind of working, you're in the mix, so you can kind of like stay status quo, but you're not growing, and then you're pissed about it, right? Elaine and I have had so many conversations of things are going backwards. I don't understand. but I wasn't taking ownership of truly where I was until I did. You know, in life, I believe we have things called your until moments. You're healthy until you're not, until you get blood work and something's wrong. You are financially stable until you overspend and realize you're broke, right? There are these moments in life that I call them your until moments. I sat in the off season for a long time because I felt like I was surviving. I was in like a survival mode until I realized that I truly, in my heart, knew two things. Number one, I want to be here and I want to be successful here. And number two, I wanted 2024 to look very different than 2023. And once I truly leaned into those two things, I made a decision. And it was like I literally turned a switch that was off on. And I got back to work. Again, the work that we think that we're like doing, but not really doing, I just got really honest about where I was. And part of being honest about where I was letting go of what was and embracing what is. And what I mean by that is when you're in that off season, it is really easy to look behind you. It's really easy to say, oh, my team was so big. I was 18 club. Now I'm 4. I had 50,000 in pay line. Now I have 20, whatever. I'm making this up, but it's really easy when you're in the off season to look behind you, right? That's that excuse brain. That's that excuse brain taking over. It's really easy in the off season to allow what was to paralyze you and not embrace what is, so then you can finally move forward. Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because when I think about why I was stuck for so long, so much of that was because I was still hanging on to what was. I was still hanging on to the team that I had built, not the team that I currently have. And those are anchors. You're constantly looking back. Those are anchors that will pull you down and never truly allow you to move forward. But that day that I made that decision, that day that I said, I want to win here and I want 2024 to look different, I cut those anchors. I mean, I say it was that simple, but in my mind, I like closed my eyes and cut them off. And I felt free. It was like this weight on my shoulders was dropped. And I was like, okay, Stace, do what you love to do. And what I love to do is help other people win at life, in business and with the product. So I got to work. And what that work looked like is 10 conversations a day about the business. I am not putting my head on the pillow until I've spoken to 10 people on the phone about our business. And what I will tell you is I have had more people tell me no in the last 26 days than I've had tell me no in the last 6 years. I mean, a lot of people aren't interested, but they have friends that are. I'm connected with more people than I've been connected with in years. I have more customers that I have brought on. I just brought on, like, this is part of making that decision. I've started 6 new partners. I have 3 more coming on today. And of those 6, 3 hit partner plus, 2 will hit by Wednesday. Like, I'm in it. I am in it. But hear what I'm about to say. So I put out there that my goal is 15 and 30. If I don't hit 15, am I going to be pissed about it? No. What I am is going to be so proud that I have decided to take action again. And the muscles that I'm building right now are going to pave the path for 2024. Right? So I'm going to get as close to 15 as I possibly can. I'm in it. I mean, that was my intention. My intention is closing my eyes on the 1st of March, because that was my 30 days, that my goal is 15 partners. That's just what it is. I'm going to get as close to that as I possibly can. But no matter what, I have rebuilt muscles that have been atrophied and not working for years. So I am already more successful now than I was in all of 2023. And that's the truth. So, and this is great. So one of my old partners, she is a doctor, and she's still a customer. And I reached out to her and I said, hey, because part of the people that I'm reaching out to 3 groups of people every day. I'm reaching out to current customers, past customers, past partners, and then I have my prospect group, like my new leads, right? Referrals. So it's 4 groups. I'm sorry. It's my new leads. So I was reaching out to, I was in a group of old partners yesterday. And this doctor, her name is Dr. Schaefer, she's actually still a customer. And I reached out to her and I said, hey, it's been a minute. I know you love this product. Your daughter was a swimmer like a collegiate swimmer at a Division I college. I know it saved her through her journey of being in sports. She's also on the spectrum. Rachel is a unique, incredible young woman. She's graduated, doesn't have a job, is pre-law, and nobody wants to hire her. So she's in that in between. And I said, I was talking to Doc yesterday, and I said, listen, you want to do this with me again? Doc, I was new when we first started. I said, and I feel like I'm in a different place now and I can lead you differently. There's so much that you can offer. And she said, Stacey, the IRS really likes me. And if I make more money, it's going to put me over like our bracket. She's a very successful doctor. It's going to put her over her tax bracket. She's like, I can't make any more money. And I said, but what about Rachel? What about your daughter? And with tears rolling down her face, she said, I could cry. She said, I've been praying for Rachel to find someone to believe in her enough to give her a chance to help her through this part of her life. I never would have thought it would have been you. Like, I literally just prayed for this. And here you are. So Rachel, this 24-year-old on the spectrum, collegiate swimmer at a Division I school, is now part of my team. And she's asked me all these questions. She is so engaged. She is so excited. I'm meeting for coffee tomorrow. Like, she's like, can I bring my friends? Of course you can bring your friends. Are they 18 and older? Because we can do this together. Like, I reached out to her, to my old partner, hoping to see if she'd want to join me again. Little did I know, she was praying for her daughter to find someone to take her along on this journey with her. The messages that I've gotten from this happened at 8:00 last night. From that point to this morning, it's like she feels a sense of purpose. I told her how one of the most powerful things about what we do here, and I know every single one of you can attest to this, is each and every one of you and who we are together. This community saved me in so many ways. Brenda, right? Elaine, I went through so much time of being so broken. And it was you guys, it was Elaine, it's Brenda, it's my sidelines, my team that picked us up when I was in my off season to help me keep my feet planted. This community is everything. And the fact that I get to give this gift to her, I've just won. Doesn't matter what else happens for the rest of this month, I've won. And this is where I challenge you. You've got to get brave. You have to get brave. Somebody could be waiting for you to have this conversation with them. But if you're too proud or embarrassed or not confident or are feeling like, well, they're not going to want to do it. If you're making up your mind for someone before you ask, that is a choice. And I challenge you not to do that. I challenge you to put your brave hat on and go get it. There could be someone waiting for you to have this conversation with you and you never know, it might not be that person. It could be someone that person knows. It could be someone else, but you don't know unless you have it. I have had to dig so deep. Some of the people that I've reached out to are like the dream team members. people that are winning at life, people that had to make 6 figures in their corporate jobs, like, but I know they're miserable. People that comment on all the pictures that I post when I'm away with my family while she's in her suit. I reached out to those people because I want everybody on my team. People who are winning, people who are in an off season, people that might be struggling. I want all of them. I want to attract, I want to lead, and I want to develop. This is what I want to do. And I want to do it with everybody that I possibly can. Listen, our product changed the health of my family, 100%. But what makes me more passionate than anything else is what this business can truly do for someone's life. Think about this. Think about this. I was in the company for 4 years, hit NMD in 2 years. I was in the company for 4 years when my niece got sick. Again, Elaine knows better than anybody. Brenda knows. When my niece got sick, I didn't pull off the pedal. I like jumped out of the car. I got so obsessed with this disease that I needed, I had to step back. But do you know what paid our bills? My Juice Plus business. The business that I had built 4 years to that point, this residual income that our business, that our company has created, my business continued to help pay our bills. 4 years of building is what kept my family afloat while I was in my off season. That doesn't happen in a traditional career. I was in an off season for almost 5 years, guys. Where does that happen? It doesn't, but it happens here. This opportunity that you said yes to is here for you to build whatever you want with it. You have to get really honest with where you are, let go of where you were, and get really clear on where you're going. When I say put your brave hat on, I want you to think about this. I love to visualize. I grew up as an athlete. I was a gymnast. I had a sports psychologist my whole life. Well, from when I was 12 through when I was in college. And I did a lot of visualization. That's something that I did as an athlete. I was a gymnast, right? I had to constantly be visualizing what I was trying to do because I was doing, scary crap. So I'm really good about visualizing, and it makes things come to life for me in my mind. Before I go to start making these phone calls, I'm not even kidding. I want you to just walk with me on this path because I'm hoping this can help you. Before I get on these phone calls, I do not do them sitting down. I am standing up, and I'm in sweats right now, but I get dressed. I put on an outfit that I'm proud in, and I walk around my house and I pick up the phone and I call people. And when I tell you that, because when I feel good, my conversations are better. When I feel good, I'm more confident. When I say put your brave hat on, my brave hat is not looking for me. This is me. I am in sweats every second of the day. I literally live in sweatpants and sweatshirts. But when I'm having these calls, I put on nice clothes because I feel successful in them. And that's when I have my conversations, and I prance around my house on the phone, because that for me makes my conversations stronger, more confident. That I'm not just sitting on my couch with my feet up hey, come join me. No, I'm calling you for a purpose. There's an intention. I have an intent here. There's a reason I'm inviting you in, and I want to feel good about that conversation. So I need to, for me, I want to feel good. So I want to look good for myself to have those conversations. That's how I do it. I say to my team all the time, when I have to have really hard conversations with them, I say, hey, listen, I'm putting my leader hat on right now. We wear a lot of hats. And if you need to put your brave hat on and you need to visualize yourself with the hat that says brave and that makes you feel brave, go do that. If a certain pair of shoes makes you feel brave, put them on with whatever outfit you have, walk around your house and make those calls. Whatever it is that's going to make you feel successful, to have brave conversations, go do that. For me, I get dressed. I get dressed, like something I feel good in, where I feel like I am not just some, hanging out on my couch saying, hey, come hang out on a couch with me. No, I'm saying I'm successful and winning in this business, and I want you to win too. It starts with here. It starts with how you feel about what you're saying to somebody, and that energy comes across. But you choose that. You choose that. I mean, this month has been so much fun. Again, I've had so many people tell me no, and that's okay. I really am okay, because I've planted so many seeds that I know a lot of those no's are going to be yeses in the very near future. I think they just didn't know what to do with it. Well, you've never asked me anything about your business before. You're always so quiet about it. And I said, but I'm asking now. And I'm asking now for a reason. We have an opportunity to build an empire together. And I'm either going to do it with you or without you. And I really want to do it with you. So either you hop on this train with me and we take this trip, and this trip of a lifetime, or you can watch from the sidelines and be pissed that you didn't say yes a year ago. And that's the truth. I'm being pretty brave and bold right now, because that's how proud I am of what we do. That's how good I feel about where we're going as a company. That's how confident I am in our product and our business model and the changes that are being made and who's in our leadership. Our CEO has got this. Trust him and get to work. And that's kind of what this month has looked like for me.
Wow. When you started talking and talking about your name, it brought up so much for me personally, which is kind of where I am. But oh my gosh, it's so inspiring. So, so Stacey, when I know that you're talking to several different groups of people, which one has been for you the easiest or the most difficult? I really was wondering about that.
Yeah, I would say the easiest has been canceled partners. A lot of canceled partners has been the easier group to convert, or at least to get them starting to think about it. Like, that has been the easiest group to connect with. Not easiest to connect with. I feel like of the partners I've started, 4 are canceled. We're canceled partners. The other 2 so far are brand new to the business and the product.
And is that what you said? And you said you're bringing on three more
Today. Yeah.
Are they all new?
1 is new, 2 are past partners. So the past partners seem to be a good, I just feel like past partners said yes for a reason at some point, right? So maybe it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 years ago, right? They said yes for a reason at some point. I kind of swoop in, and this is literally the conversation. I start with saying, hey, I've been thinking about you. I make sure I am aware of what's happening in their life. So I'll go to their social media, I do a quick look to see what they're up to. And then I will go back and say, hey, I've been thinking about you. I see that X, Y, and Z is going on. I hope you're great. Your kids are so big, whatever it may be. And it's a heartfelt, like, man, it looks like you're having a great year so far, right? Or whatever I see. It's a heartfelt, like, I see you message. And then I'll come back and say, I'd love to connect with you about something. I am in a process of growth with my Juice Plus business. And you were a big part of that, however many years ago it was, right? You were a big part of that 3 years ago. And I know how excited you were to be a part of this. I would love to talk about this again, because where we're going, Stephanie, where we're going, Stephanie, I know is a place that you're going to want to come with me, because you did a few years ago. And I know that this is like an exciting time to be part of our company. We have a new product coming out, and why not jump in before it gets crazy? Jump in now. Let's do this together. Let's talk about it. And but I do that through voice message. I don't type it out. It's all through voice message. And I say, so I'm giving them an idea of the reach out. And then I say, let's talk about it. And I put my phone number in case they don't have it. And I have not gotten a message back. Everyone always messages me back. Most of them I end up having calls with. Some of them are in off seasons and are like, hey, life has kicked us in the face and we need a minute. But I absolutely loved this. You're right. I would love to get back on. This is happening. I have to, right? But like, I have planned, when I tell you that, like, I feel like February has been so great, but March and April are going to be even bigger just because of the seeds that I've planted. People need to like fester. People need to like sit in stuff and think about it. So one of the things that I'm doing is I'm like making sure that we are very, very active in our customer.
You froze, Stacey.
And starting in March, we're doing weekly lives. Like, what's that?
You froze for a minute, so can you go back a little bit? You say I'm very, very active. That's the last we heard.
Oh yeah. So I'm very active in my like healthy living community, like my customer prospect group. We're very active in there. And starting in March, we're going to be going live weekly, like paired up. So like me and one of my leaders or two of my leaders, and just providing product value, business value is going to be the big thing, and just sharing stories of like belief in belief in our product, belief in our mission, and what this community has done for ourselves. So we're going to be like doing more of that. So I'm like feeding a lot of people into that group right now so that they can, like, they might be thinking, you know what, I'll think about it. And then they see how active and engaged and how much fun it is. Like, one of the reasons I love this is because it's so much fun. Like, look what we get to do. This is a lifestyle worth fighting for. It's impact worth fighting for. Like, it's just changed my life so much. I can't imagine not bravely sharing it with other people and making and not and I, like, it's not about me. It's about them. It's about potentially having a call like last night that Dr. Schaefer was like, I've been praying for this for my daughter. And here we are. Like, I could wrap it up right now and I feel like $1,000,000 because of what I know this is going to do for Rachel, you know? So that's kind of how I'm trying to keep everyone pretty engaged that I've talked to. So we're feeding them into that healthy living group, so that those conversations stay consistent, so that I know they're watching more, so that I know that they can like see what we're doing. And then I'm inviting them to things. So I'm doing a big pajama regional. So when the pajama regional comes, I'm going to have a big event local. So I'm inviting everybody that is local to me to make sure they come and join me for that so that they can be a part of it and see what our community is all about.
That's exciting.
You know, when I hear you talking, Stacey, I think what is screaming out at me are two C's. Care. I hope you guys are taking notes. I got a page of notes, so I hope you guys are taking notes too. But back to your point of when she's going to connect, she's going back through, learning about them, where they are, and then her first approach is to show that she cares and, focus in and hone in on them. And then the second word that really is popping out as you're talking, Stacey, is confidence.
Yeah.
People don't get back in, or they don't initially get in because they're not confident that they can do it. And as leaders, we have to carry the confidence for them. We have to breathe into them confidence that they can do it.
Yep.
So those were the care and confidence I loved. And it makes me think of Truett Cathy, the founder of Chick-fil-A. He says, any mountain can be scaled with care and confidence.
Mm.
And if we take care and we work closely with these people and they know our hearts, and we share our confidence that this can be done. Look, Stacey's doing it. There's no mountain that we can't scale. So I love all this. I mean, I want to like bullet point this and send it back out to all of us to really hone in on this. because
And I
what
wanted to
you're doing
be
is
clear
amazing.
about something though, too. And I was thinking about this. I was talking to corporate the other day. I've had a lot of people reach out, and I want to just, I'm going to just share some back end information because it's, you know, it's our big team, so I can. The Thursday before I was asked to share, it was Wednesday at like 3 o'clock, and I get a message from corporate, and they're like, "Hey, we know that you're doing this 15 and 30. Can you talk about it tomorrow? And can you give me, and I like, can you talk about this?" And they were like giving me these bullet points. I was like, nope. If you want me to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it how I feel like it's going to resonate. I'm not going to just start listing stuff. Like, give me a minute. Let me think through it. And then I'll come to you with what I think would be impactful for people to hear. And I like sat with it, and it was like this, like, you know, this is, you know, when God kind of swoops in. And as soon as I got off the call, I was like, oh my gosh, it's 4 seasons. And as soon as I had that 4 seasons in my mind, I literally voxed what I was going to do. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And they were like, oh yeah, do that. You know, and it was one of those things that, because I felt it in my soul. You know, this 15 and 30, it was I made a decision, right? It all flowed. I was inspired in at conference. I made a decision that I want to win here, and I want 2024 to look different. And then I needed to come up with a plan, and that plan was 15 and 30. And then I needed to break that plan down into bite-sized pieces, and that was 10 conversations a day. And then I needed to figure out who I'm reaching out to, and then I had those 4 groups. So it all flowed. It's what I was doing. I just put it in this 8-minute thing. And since that point, I have had, I mean, close 60 messages of different people, Voxers and this, like, it's changed how I think. I believe in you. So if you feel like you could do this, I'm going to fight for it too. It's become all of this. And here's the thing. It's not magic. I don't have a magic formula. I just got out of my own way, and I'm putting the work in again. I don't want you to think that, like, oh, because I'm so good at talking to people. I've messed up more times than I can count in the last 26 days. Like where, you know, there are days where I'm speaking too much about the product, or about the business, and I'm not really listening on the other end for their question, or like, are they even listening at this point? You know, I've learned so much about myself and the conversations that I'm having, and how to serve differently and how to speak differently about it. It's been such a journey, and it's been worth its weight in gold. So no, there's no magic formula. It's messy action. And some days I feel like I'm a champion, and some days I'm like, I just got my ass kicked, and it is okay. You know, like because it's okay. I'm a business owner, and I want to win here, nowhere else. My feet are grounded. I believe in this. I believe in our company. I believe in our products and our business and where we're going. Guys, this is it. Like, we are in a space for growth right now. You just have to choose to grow. You have to get uncomfortable and lock in. And it's going to be messy, and we'll walk you through it. You want to cry? We can cry. I cry all the time. You want to be excited? Be excited with us. Like, it's a journey. Embrace it. It has been the most fun. I can't even explain it. Like, my husband is like, babe, you're like obsessed with Juice Plus right now. I said, I'm not obsessed. I'm just excited to do this. Like, I can't wait to get my fancy clothes on and have more conversations. It's just been such a journey that I've missed. I've missed it, right? So just know it's not magic. It's just brave, messy action.
So you started most of your contacts with a voice message instead of actually.
Always.
Oh, you always.
Always. I don't type out messages. I think they can be misread. Right? I want someone to hear my voice. There's too much power and passion in our voices There's too much confidence in our voices when we are confident. In that confidence, to what Elaine said, why I get dressed before I prance around my house. And I just got a walking pad, so I'm just gonna be walking on my walking pad now. So instead of prancing around my house, I can't wait to send you that video. That's gonna be hysterical. But it's the confidence in my voice that make people listen.
So most
It's
most are answering when you're calling.
so what I do is this. I first send a voice message and then I'll text and say, I'd love to connect with this live. Here's my number. Give me a shout or let me know when you're free. And I have had everybody that I've reached out to has responded like, hey girl, I'm not in a season right now to take this on, but I love this. You know, I'll be in touch next month. And I'll say, that's awesome. I look forward to it. I'll touch base with you in March. But I don't want to wait that long to connect with someone that might be interested now because it's only $10 to become a partner. Do you have someone in your life that you feel could be excited about this? And then they'll come back and say, I can't think of anybody, or I'll think about it. So I voice message and then text, hey, I look forward to connecting live about this. Here's my phone number. And then they'll get back to me. So from that point, there was one day last week, I was away. My kids we live in New York. We have winter break. I don't know. It's a week of break. So I did this whole thing. But I put my phone down and my phone started ringing and it was a partner that signed up that day. She was like, hey, I just saw you put your phone number. I don't think I've ever had your phone number. I said, no, we've never talked on the phone. She was a brand new person, brand new. And she was like, it's funny that you reached out. I've been thinking about this. I watch what you do. And it just looks like you're so happy doing it. I said, I am so happy doing it. And then she said this was great. She said, but it doesn't look like you're an advertisement for the company. It looks like you're really happy doing it. That's what she said. I said, that's exactly how I feel. I'm not an advertisement for the company. I just share my life and where Juice Plus fits in that life. And she signed up that day.
Well, I mean, I think we're all just inspired. Did anybody have any questions?
Here for the questions.
I think it's a great point that you said there's good days and bad days, because it doesn't matter if you're a stay-at-home mom or what job you're in. No one should expect a good day every day in what we're doing. So I think that's just a good, realistic, good reminder for all of us.
Think about it. I mean, again, my goal is 15. I'm not there. It's the 26th of the month. I could be discouraged that I'm not closer. You guys talk amongst yourself. This is my son's school. That's never good. Give me a minute.
Well, I think I'd be pretty excited if I had 9 people, whether it was 15 or not, partners coming.
I'm sorry, Brenda, I interrupted you, but I just went and looked at the flyer and I was thinking this $10 to become a partner ended at the end of this month, but actually it goes through March 31st.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I always tell people, even when it was 52, I'll say it's $52 to join. And honestly, I wish it was $5, because people don't realize what they have in their hands and what the possibilities are. So with that, that's even more incredible. So,
I like her idea of going live, even though I've never in my life gone live. I don't like the idea of me going live, but I like the idea of all of y'all going live. I just think the interactive Facebook groups seem to be kind of, I don't know, not a little bit a dying thing, but I think if you can make it interactive and do the lives, and we can pull people in who may not even be open to Juice Plus right at the moment, but they might be open to great health information.
but
I'm capturing a lot of what Stacey said, and I'm gonna kind of bullet point this and give it a plan. And I was just saying, Stacey, I was thinking the $10 to become a partner ended at the end of this month, but it's actually the end of next month.
Through March. Yeah. But I'm not telling anybody that. as according to everybody that I'm working, like it's ending this month. I mean, you have to, if you give people all the time, they're going to take all the damn time. So you need to create a sense of urgency. So nobody know, like the people that are signing up this month, today, they think it ends on Thursday. I'm not telling them otherwise.
Yeah. Well, February was your month, so.
And all you have to do is
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's incredible. Does anyone else have
Allison, can I just respond to what you said about the Facebook group? So here's interesting facts. I do a lot. I'm a research person. It's just what I do. I love to research. And Facebook groups are actually not a dying breed if there is activity in them. And what I mean by that is one of the things that I have found is that you can't have the same person posting every single day. If that happens, then so if I'm going to use this as an example. If Brenda posts, if I post in a group that Brenda's in every day and her and I are friends, she'll get a notification that her friend posted in that group, right? So then that's only attracting those people. So it's only attracting my friends. But when all different people are posting on a daily basis, then all of those people's friends are going to be notified that they're getting that, Brenda posted in that group and Elaine posted in that group. And now all of a sudden people are watching. I mean, our numbers, our like views in our Facebook group have gone up like 10 times what they were when we were not active or I was just posting. And then I kind of took that research and brought it down even more. When you're live, they're watching. Number one. Number two, when the more people comment, the more views it gets. Want to keep the actions going. I say to my team all the time, this is like, I don't do much of like, you are required to do things. That's never how I work. But I do ask them to check our Healthy Living Community Facebook page twice a day, in the morning and at night before they go to bed, so that they can respond and comment to whatever has been posted that day. So it just gets consistent action so that there's more eyeballs on it. I got 2 new customers this month that I forgot were even in the group. They don't even comment, but they private messaged me. I said, hey, I saw that quick video. I'd love to get started again. I forgot about this for so long. Well, however, they got, they saw it, they were excited and they ordered, right? So that's 2 brand new customers that I'm going to start them as customers. I wasn't going to push them because they're big deals and I don't want to push them away. Not yet. I need to just get them in the system first, but, it makes a difference. So I have it set up where like, I'll take Mondays and Thursdays. Someone else takes Tuesday. Someone takes Wednesday. We have it set up where someone posts, but I have them as admins in the Facebook group so they can schedule it out. So they sit down at the beginning of the month, they schedule theirs out for the month and we're done. So then we just have to go and be active. We did a shots and shakes party recently, this happy hour on a Friday night. It was so much fun. It sounds so funny, but it was like ginger shots and a cranberry detox shot and then our shake, like shaken up in a shaker cup. And we had about 12 people on Zoom. 4 were brand new. Nobody even knew who they were. We ended up having to connect with them to be like, hey, who invited you? Because we don't even know where you came from. And then we had so much interaction on the video, because when I did it as a Zoom and then live streamed it into the group. So then you're getting people to have that personal connection on Zoom. And then I have one of my team members monitoring the chat that's live in the Facebook group. So the combination of those things has just created just more energy. And here's the thing. We have almost 900 people, maybe more in that group. To not actively engage would be a big miss on our part. To not actively engage and try to bring some of these people back to life, or at least engage so they see the value, would be a miss on our part. So we work really hard to keep the activity up in those groups, in that group, because of there's so much like there's like sleeping giants in there. And I'm just excited to kind of keep chipping away at that because I know they're watching.
Yeah, that's good. The algorithms make such a difference
Yeah, it's annoying, but it's important. Yeah.
because I just was realizing how many groups I'm in that I haven't seen a post in years. And I'll search the group and I'm like, oh, I am a member of that group, but I wasn't getting notifications. It could be that the one person's posting everything. Like you said, there's not enough interaction. So anyway, that's good.
So here's a great tip. When you are gonna like relaunch a Facebook group, create like a relaunch party. Like be like, we are relaunching this group and we are so excited about it. And this is our plans. We're gonna go live once a week. We're gonna do this, right? Explain what it is. Change the cover photo. Make it like literally like a grand
rebrand.
reopening, right? Like a grand reopening of this group. Maybe do a big giveaway, do a live, like do something really fun to just get people engaged. But in that rebrand, like in that relaunch post, you want to make sure they know how to turn notifications on. So you can even have an image like you need to be a part of this. You're not going to want to miss the things that we're doing in here. We're providing so much value and so many resources and tools and blah, blah, blah. And this is how you don't miss, right? And you can kind of post a picture or like a few pictures that's like, when you open it up on your phone, hit this. Under notifications, hit select all, so that, not just highlights or not when friends post. So you want to get them to turn their notifications on so that then they will be more active. So we do that. I do the notifications once a month. The beginning of every month, I post how to turn on notifications again, because we have a lot of new people in there and who knows how active they are, aren't. So I want to make sure that their notifications are on so they don't miss stuff.
And the scheduling is so easy
I know.
to just literally on a Sunday afternoon, schedule your post for the month.
Yep. Yep.
Wonderful thing. But Stacey, when you're doing your initial outreach, though, you're doing a voice message. You're not Facebook, right?
I'm not what?
You're not going through Facebook. You're doing a personal voice message.
Right. So it's either depending on what access I have. If it's an Instagram voice message, if it's a Facebook Messenger voice message, if it's a text voice message, if I have their phone number. A lot of people that I've connected with this month, I don't have their phone numbers. So it's just been like a messenger, in Facebook Messenger, you can leave a voice message. I'll do it that way.
Great. I would never have thought of that.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody else have any questions? Are you as blown away as I am? Thank you, Stacey. This is, like Elaine was saying, this has been incredibly valuable and inspiring. And oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled to have you share all this with us. Made such a difference.
Happy to do it. Happy to do it. I think Cynthia has a question.
Yes, thank you so much. Very inspirational, I must say. But I also want to know, what part of New York are you in? Because I'm a New Yorker, so I can get on the highway. I didn't hear you.
I'm in Long Island.
Long Island. Okay, my niece is out in Quorum, New York.
I live in Medford.
Uh-oh.
It's literally like Corum, they're attached.
I know, they're family. Okay.
Family.
I see your niece coming on board. I can visualize it now.
No, my niece, that's a different story altogether, but I will say that I was inspired by putting your brave hat on. That is essential. So I appreciated that. Thank you.
You got it.
It's really been incredible. And I think Elaine and I went to the Peachtree Boot Camp and got to hear Travis Garza, our new CEO. And I have been, we were just so inspired, so excited, because he really is a huge part of what's going to happen with our company. I really feel all the excitement, I think we all do, of, he really understands our situation, and he's just so committed to us being, a really successful company again. I think that's been, I mean, I feel a great excitement that he's ready to deal with some of our issues with our website and those kind of things. And the product is stellar. I'll never go a day in my life without it.
Yeah.
But I really feel like he has a handle on it. Sure, you have a lot more understanding about that, probably. You're more connected with corporate than I am.
So our websites and stuff, they're redoing everything from scratch, actually. They're actually we're getting a brand new system from start to finish. It's so exciting to think about. The person working on it has been building these kinds of systems for this kind of people. Like, it's just, they know what they're doing. He is, here's what I love about this man. I haven't even met his man, by the way. I haven't even met him in person. I have never met him on Zoom. I mean, people, I had someone the other day, they were like, well, he was talking about you like he knew you. I was like, never met him. I've never even made eye contact. I have no idea. I've never met him. But what I love about him, what I know about him already, is like what I've seen happening is that he is very well equipped with people in our industry, like the direct sales industry, that when we're in need of something, he has so many people to reach out to put the right people in the right positions. So like when changes are happening, like this guy has a person in his back pocket that he's like, nope, this person won awards over there for this and they're looking and I'm taken, right? Like he has people all over the industry that he is looking to put in places for us where we have holes. And that just makes me so proud, because think about it. An admiral is not an admiral because they did it on their own. They did it because they found the right people to lead with them. That's what he's doing, right? He's just because he's at the top doesn't mean he's doing this by himself. He's like, no, I need to surround myself with greatness for all of us to be great. I just know that I trust him. And I also know that I trust myself, because no matter what happens, our product isn't going anywhere. And the choice that I made to rebuild this business was with or without the changes, with or without the things. Like no matter what, like what's happening in corporate, which is all great stuff, has no bearing on my day-to-day actions. So I am taking radical ownership of my business and just trusting what's happening there. And I'm excited about the journey.
Well, we're excited to go with you, Stacey.
Yay!
Sharing all that with me. I mean, oh my gosh, it was such a gift. And I knew it would be, but really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you.
Be here. Love you guys.
Love you.
So much. Wow. Okay, everyone. Are you as pumped as I am? Let's see. One of the things we want to talk about, Elaine, is about tomorrow night.
Well, I'm looking to see, yeah, our time is just about up, so I'm not gonna take up time. I know Karen was gonna share with us as well about success she's having, and Shelley's got some really good stuff going on. Should we wait and do that next week? Karen, what do you think? Brenda, what do you think?
That's what I suggested. She was just phenomenal, and I certainly don't want to talk after her.
You got good stuff to share, but I don't want us rushing. I want everybody hearing it. And Shelley's got some good things going on. So I say, if everybody's okay with it, let's pick up. I'm gonna put some points out from what she shared with us, some action steps that she has shared that I think as a team we need to do. We follow when someone's got showing the success that she's had this month, she's doing something right. So we need to follow suit. So, but I do want to, like you said, Brenda, guys, here's our opportunity, and I'm going to, hopefully you all have seen, this. Well, let me get this out of the way. Hopefully you guys have seen this. And start inviting. You may say, well, I've heard Brenda's story, I've heard Karen's story. I love the statement she said, who's waiting on you? Who is waiting to hear? I'm just going to share the research behind it, but this is tomorrow night. Who's waiting to hear these unbelievable message of health transformational stories? And how many people can you get on that call tomorrow night? It really boils down to us. So this is on Voxer. It's on our Facebook page. I'm going to post both of them again so that we have it in front of us. Did you say something, Brenda? Oh, so how many people can you get on that call tomorrow night? I mean, those calls make it easy to get partners and customers. So let's load them up. Next week, is Shelly still on here? I see she had to walk away. I'm going to see if she can kind of share what she's got going on next week. Karen, next week, we want to hear from you. These guys got some good stuff going on. If you've brought on a new partner, we want to hear from you next week. We want to hear the success and what everyone's doing. And knowing that we have till March 31st with this special going on. I love this better than the rest because it focuses on them being successful right off the bat. So I think the way they've created this new incentive is so. All right, I'm going to shut up. Tomorrow night, let's show up with people. And next week, we're going to hear from some Shelly and Karen. I hope that's okay, Shelly. I'm just volunteering you. And anybody else who brought on a new person, let's show up and share next Monday and show up tomorrow night. Brenda, anything else?
Can I have a question, please? Today's meeting will be shared on YouTube under your name?
Yes.
Okay, and it will be a while before it's up. How soon does it get posted?